just hold on tight. Here comes Armageddon's bite. Cannon bullet, twist and turn. Feel the power as you learn. Jump rolls rising like the sun. Front press heavy, gotta run. Side pressure moves so fast. Fight for glory, make it last. Smash to the black, case the mass. Back pressure strong, never pass. Break on tension, feel the pain. Push through when it's in the vein. Hold your ground, don't give in. Feel the fire, deep within. In the arena, battles rage. Strength and spirit, break the cage.
We're live.
There we are.
You like that intro, Dan?
That was fucking awesome. I need to get one of those on my channel.
Yeah. We'll help you if you need any help. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. I'm grateful to be back on the show, man. Thank you for having me back.
Oh, always, man. Always. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Dan the Nightmare Schwartz.
Yes. Definitely a nightmare on the table.
Oh yeah, fresh off some pretty fire matches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good matches, man. Jeez.
I had a lot of fun. The last tournament that I was at was actually wasn't televised yet, so you guys haven't seen anything of it yet, but it was World Series of Arm Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
That was the last tournament. The last thing that you guys saw was from the Knuckles Up after pull. And that was a lot of fun, man. Knuckles Up was a great experience. I know you guys did a show on that recently.
Yeah.
Great experience to be there. Make sure you make the point to get out there, man. It's well worth every penny of it. The High Five guys, Chris Florendo and William Blasky, they are the top dogs in North America with fire super matches. They treat their athletes like, kings and lords and queens of the sport, which as they should be. And the matches were perfectly on cue, on time. Personal favorite match was Craig Tullier versus
Master, man. No,
James
that
Wall.
was the old one. James Wall, yeah. Craig won.
Yeah, that was surprising.
It sucked it in on fouls, but you know what? It was a wicked match, though.
It was a wicked match, and I had to, because of who they are, I got little tips from both of them. I had to, because it was the match of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I sat down with them and spoke to them about, tactics about my upcoming matches that I have, and upcoming events that I'm coming to. And I got some new tricks up my sleeve now to play with.
Nice.
I look forward to put them to the table.
Nice. Yeah, like super matches, it's good to learn as much as you can. Are you going to start doing more super matches, Dan? Because you do a lot of tournament pulling, right?
I would love to go into the next year with a lot more super matches, travel around wherever people will have me. I don't care who's across the table. I don't care how much experience they got in front of me, or more than me or less than me. A match is a match. Like, for instance, after I know we're gonna get into it a little bit, but after the City Slickers super match event that we're gonna be having, we got a local one happening with a young stud. He's like 9 months in the sport. I actually took a loss to him at one of my last tournaments this year, so I'm kind of trying to set the record straight with that young buck. He's strong. I'll give him that. He's young. He's full of piss and vinegar, but I gotta cut the cub. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you get him early in a bracket, or did you get him later on in the bracket?
It was later on in the bracket. So we weren't going fresh. He had seen a couple of guys. I had seen a couple of guys. And I was also a little lighter at the time too. I was lighter in the class. I was more like 172, like 171. Now I'm up to like I'm at the top of the class now, 177, 178, 179 is floating around there. So I'm sitting more at the top of the class and more comfortable in that, and feel a lot stronger and healthier.
That's a good class for you, not that 154 shit.
Oh no, man. I was starving myself all of last year just to make that weight, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Understandable.
See, I'm lucky. I don't have to wiggle
Quick.
weight. Yeah. I just pull supers. I'll never lose weight. Every time I train hard, I gained weight. I never lose. I lose weight when I don't train, and when I train, I gain weight. So
Well, and I mean, not for nothing, Brian, about 4 years ago, you and I would have been in the same weight class.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, you were big, like what,
I
two?
was a big boy, but at five, I was 270 at 5'9", and that was just too much weight to carry around in a healthy way.
Yeah,
I had to lose the weight and to be a healthier. And I saw the arm wrestling weight classes through some guidance, like Paul Italia and some other members of the arm wrestling community.
yeah,
Pointed out, hey, you should go for lighter weight classes. You'll probably feel better, healthier, and stronger.
yeah,
And they were right.
yeah, yep. Actually, Paul Talia jumped in our chat last night. It was pretty nice of him. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. He makes his rounds. He makes his rounds. He knows what's up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's pretty good. I mean, before we get into everything, did you see I got a match next weekend?
I did not. Who do you have a match against?
I'm pulling Uncle John.
Holy shit! Left or right?
Right, right. But he says his
Right.
right's almost where his left is now. He's saying it's
Really?
so I might be in trouble. Yeah, I might be
Ooh.
in trouble. He just crushed Paul Passmore.
Yeah, I know. He's got a massive hand. That dude's
Yeah.
got a massive hand. Like his hand is like I want to say almost Levon size hand.
I got a
think
big
it's-
hand too. I got a big hand.
Okay.
Too. Mine's different. Mine's not like John. John is like coverage. Mine is
Yeah.
mine's thick. Like it's hard to
It
get
is.
my hand. Yeah, like I got a thick hand, but it's not. It
I-
doesn't.
No lie, his one hand is thicker than both of mine together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they at that Armsgeddon event. Did you get to watch my match?
Yeah, I did.
All
You
they
look
talked
good,
about
man.
was my thumb meat. That's all they
Yeah,
talked
right.
about the whole match. Yeah. I'm like, oh wow, yeah. But Chuck, I mean, Chuck, I knew I was gonna be stronger than him, but everyone says his hit is like fire, so I just wanted to cancel out his hit, and it worked. I practiced just stopping the hits right at center, and it just stopped him right at center. He had nothing, so it was good. And that's what I mean. That production was actually really good. So like that's helped. Even the video footage from that has helped me now. I notice I'm getting a little more notoriety from it, right? So
Nice. Good
Yeah,
stuff, man.
it
I
was
mean,
good.
I'm excited to be going out to Montana myself, man.
I'm
it's a
looking to
state
meet
I've
you.
never. Yeah, I'm excited to meet you as well, man. It's a state I've never been to. And then from there, eventually, I want to get up to Canada, to your part of Canada, because I've been up
Yeah.
to Ottawa now, so I need to get to that part, and then maybe make my way further west and go to BC at some point.
Yeah, it's beautiful
Oh,
country,
man.
man.
BC's full of fentanyl right now. You gotta be careful.
Oh, there is one
Of what
surprise. One surprise for City Slickers.
Oh yeah.
I'm reffing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're rapping.
Yeah, but don't worry.
Okay. Is Ben Brooks stepping down?
I'll be reffing with them. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just know I got asked to ref. So
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, because we got Ray Romanowski coming out with us.
nice.
I don't know if you know who that gentleman is. He's been in doing a lot of roughing up and down the coast. He's certified. Guy's very fair. I gotta say, he is so fair that I sometimes feel like he gives even though I'm friendly with him, he gives
Yeah.
my opponents the advantage.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm pretty easy, man. Really. It's just a basic criteria with me. It's shoulders, right? It's get your grips, wrist, rotate, knuckles, go, ready, go. Like it's really simple, man. And I won't, if I feel one person, I won't let it start. If you got a disadvantage, I can promise you, it'd be very rare that you're gonna feel like a disadvantage when I'm reffing, because
Brian only lets me cheat. That's
Okay.
the golden rule.
All right, come on, Red Deer. Chat's going off here. I wish I'm gonna close that or some shit. That's bugging me.
We got a lot of chat going on.
Yeah, because we got the Grand Prairie event, the Fall Brawl. That's where I'm pulling
Okay.
Uncle John, and Todd Zilla's coming out for a seminar.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's a Todzilla seminar. I remember you guys telling me about that the last time I was on.
Yeah, it's a big weekend.
Nice,
be
man.
really
You guys
good
have some serious pullers. You got yourself, John, Todd. Woo.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. Like, you know what? I only got 7 days notice on the match, because originally I thought I was getting the match, and then they couldn't fit it in. So then I just kind of stopped going for a peak for that day. I haven't been training much. And then all of a sudden, a week out, they're like, John got hurt on the left and can't pull Jay Smith now. And Jay doesn't want to pull right because he trained to pull left. So will you take the match? Right. And I'm like, well, I'd be foolish to say no. So we'll see. We'll see if I can, be close to peak that day. At least I'll hopefully be healed anyway. I won't have any pain. So it should be good. Should be good.
There you go.
I'll
That's
give it my
exciting.
all. Yeah, I'll give it my all. Yeah, yeah. I'm
That's
That's all
this
I could ask for.
weekend, like 4 days.
Yeah, like 4 days. Yeah, I know. And I just got. What did I just get in? I gotta give my shout out.
What did you? Oh, your plant arm wrestling.
Mm. And then I got. Boom. Yeah,
Where you
yeah.
got that?
It's a handle from Pain Plan Arm Wrestling. These handles are the bomb, like bomb handles. They're nice because not only you got the weight you're pulling, you got this spring. And
So it adds a little resistance.
Oh,
to it.
yeah.
I'm all about resistance training, man.
Yeah, so when you bring it in and you get it locked, then the last part is the rotation through the spring. So you'll be doing like 90 pounds, which is, pretty good. And then all of a sudden you'll come to the spring and then you got to activate the spring to finish. It's actually, I did it today. I was like, I got to stop or my arm's not going to be good for Saturday. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, they're good handles, man. And I'm going to do a full review on them after this weekend. And he's got me a wrist wrench, a hand wrist wrench, and it's built kind of the same way. And I should have that by like Monday, Tuesday next week. So I'll be
definitely. I need to get my hands on one of those because
Jody Harper.
Jody. Oh, I'm president. Yeah, I recognize the color. I was like, oh wait, is that one of Jody's?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good, really good guy, man. And I think they might be the best handles I've felt, man. Like they're just they really attack. And like I was feeling some massive brack, like felt like I was arm wrestling in practice when I was done with the thing today. So
beautiful.
I'd say it works pretty good. I haven't given it a full go yet, but yeah, I'm pretty excited. Yeah. I love
all the tools, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same.
I got a shout out to
you got one of those?
Yeah, tornadoes.
I seen your review when you were opening that stuff. Yeah.
Dude, this thing is freaking awesome. I gotta tell you, it looks silly as all hell.
Yeah.
You feel silly while doing it, but your arms feel great after like a heavy duty practice. Oh, it blows up, but it helps to get the blood flow back into it. Like I had a heavy practice on Sunday, and I was just doing this right after practice, and I feel like I'm a new man the next day. Just do a couple of butter churns, bicycles, and you can change up the resistance on it because it's got these little discs inside. Yeah, Gripzilla.
Yeah.
I had a couple of other things from them too.
I copied a bunch of their shit on my 3D printer.
Oh yeah.
I got all the handles, but they're like Brian Zilla. Yeah.
I have their wrist roller. I really like that because it's just an
the Dynamo. Dynamo is real good. I got that. That's in my work bag. I bring it with me to work all the time. So when I'm sitting in between my clients, I'm actually just doing a couple little reps on it.
Yeah.
You got a 3D printer, Dan?
No, I wish I did.
If you ever did get one, I could help you out, man. Give you files. Any handle in the world I can print on my 3D.
Brian, I almost should get one and just get all your files.
Yeah, I can give you. I'll give them to you, buddy. I don't care. Yeah.
I might just.
I can't give you I can't give you the Armfinity files, but I can give you because I'm not really part of Armfinity.
No, but I mean, just like even general blueprints of like I would never like do anything with it just to have them, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. I mean, if an arm wrestler has a 3D printer, we should be sharing as much as we can to make sure we all have the right tools, right? I mean, it's good to make money and all, but I mean, like Jody Harper, it'd be hard to replicate those anyways. So you know what? Buy the handles like that.
It's not just 3D printing for that.
It's not just 3D printing. No, there's more to it than that. So you know what I mean? Like there's metalworking and everything. So I think, pay the money for that stuff. But I mean, if there's simple files we can share as arm wrestlers and we can all have handles, because not a lot of arm wrestlers have a lot of money. So, I mean, I'd be down just with some of the clone stuff I have. I can send those files out, hit me up. I'll help you out. I'll send you files. So, it's all about us all growing and getting better, right? So,
working together to get stronger, man. Working together to get stronger. That's all we're trying to do, right?
That's what we're doing, man. what we're
So
doing.
speaking more on this collaboration with you guys and the M Spot or Red Leg Studios,
Yeah.
what do you feel you guys are bringing? Because I heard there's this going to be this crew following you or something. Was that correct or?
Yeah,
That's
so
something.
we're actually turning it our leg of the journey into a little bit of like a
Yeah.
reality show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that we can connect the viewers. We're gonna be live on Tri-State Arm Wrestling. I'm gonna talk to Steve a little bit more about, getting more as much exposure as we possibly can. We're going live on my channel and all across, Facebook and Instagram, pretty much all the socials, YouTube, and pretty much connecting you guys, the viewers, with who these pullers are, up and coming pullers. We all know who Devin is, right? We all know who John Brzenk is. We all know, the big names of the sport, but we don't know the guys who are making their way up that way. And it's definitely, cool to see the average Joe, who they are, where they come from, what their family is like. We have a father and son combo coming from, Vermont. We got a guy who broke his arm and is coming back stronger than ever. Myself, who's a massage therapist, all different walks of life. That we want to expose that side of things and really help not just grow the athletes in the sport, but grow the viewership and connectivity for people to say, hey, I can relate to that individual. Oh, you know what? I don't do any sports because of X, Y, and Z injury. Maybe arm wrestling might be something that I can try, for rehab work. Because that's something that I've actually spoken to quite a few people who are powerlifters, bodybuilders, who sustained an injury and they can't do that line of competition anymore, but they can arm wrestle, right? Their injuries are not preventing them from possibly arm wrestling. So I had, at my barbecue, part of this conversation came into being because I had this guy at my barbecue who's a former IFB pro bodybuilder, but sustained an injury from, working too hard, and really missed the competition spirit. He just he couldn't get onto the mat. He used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He couldn't get on the mat. So he was like, but I can do this arm wrestling thing. And so he started training for it. And I was like, we got to connect to more people like this guy. How do we do that? By really putting a spotlight on the guys that are in the middle, working their way up to the top.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
totally
for
get
sure.
that. It gives
That's
more of a
awesome.
real view.
All right. It's that's going to be our contribution to how to grow the sport, build it up. And we have all different walks of life. We have a guy who actually had brought in New York, started in the state of New York, the first high school club of arm wrestling, Matt Fish. We got a guy who used to train with some like serious legends in the New Jersey, New York area, who has so many stories to share. We're hoping to, put that stuff on blast as well. We have this young woman coming, Madison Walker, who's a daughter of a living legend, Steve Walker.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, so she's gonna be coming out. She's an absolute monster at the table. So, we got a lot of cool personalities coming out. Not just good, great talent and monsters at the table, but there's some seriously awesome backgrounds that, deserve to be get a little bit more of a spotlight than they could probably do in their own backyards.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Steve Walker's granddaughter or daughter?
No, daughter.
Daughter? Okay.
Daughter.
Okay. And is she a beast too?
She's an absolute monster. She plays softball. Killer softball player. Killer. She hit like a bunch of home runs, and she's got a wicked fast throw. I don't think she's a pitcher. But I think she was like one of the outfield. Somebody else can confirm that. But you get to meet, her as well.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And get to know her, and then not for nothing, bringing us all together, and the brains behind the operation is Steve Fernandez.
Yeah.
He was the one who really came up with the idea of turning it into this type of show. And at first I was like, what are you talking about?
I remember him
I'm an arm
talking about
wrestler.
it. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
him talking about it. Yeah.
Oh, we got somebody special for you,
Ooh, we got
Zach.
Zach's buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Zach's
We
a
got
boy.
Zach's buddy is coming on. Oh, Zach. What's up, Garrett?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, we got you.
How are you?
Not too
I,
bad.
I, I guess Steve's ears were ringing because I think he just hopped on himself.
Yeah, he's like, what? I gotta get on now. Yeah, yeah. Right on. Right on.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah.
There's the magic man right there. The man behind the curtain, Wizard of New York right there.
What's going
There
on,
you go.
guys?
Hey, brother.
How's everything going?
Good. How you doing?
Chatting about City Slickers.
That's right.
Right.
Actually, we're talking about everything. Yeah, City Slickers
Nice, nice.
starting now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
So we got Garrett Tupper. That's your opponent, Zach. Want to
Yeah, he's definitely
about yourself,
pulling it.
Garrett? I want to hear about Garrett here. So just give me a
Uh,
little rundown on you. How long?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys don't know too much about Garrett Tupper. I'm gonna let you know about Garrett Tupper, man. He's probably top 5 here. I want to say, as far as we know here in the tri-state area. He's went up against the best of the best. He's Vermont Shield holder. He's the best in Vermont. His father taught him how to pull when he was a kid. He's been teaching him. Now that kid's teaching his father because he's beating his father.
Nice.
He's an absolute fucking monster, man. You guys could see the arms on this kid, man. He does not look 154 pounds. Okay.
No, it's all in his arms. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a shredded,
Yeah.
yeah, he's an absolute shredded beast.
Yeah.
He's fast. He's a great kid, man. He really is. I know he's young in age in general, but when it comes to pulling, man, he's a vet, man. He pulls hard. He puts everything in. He's gone back and forth with the top guys here, beat some of them too as well, like Sam Mitchell, Chris Michaels, and that's the best that we have here at 154. Chris Michaels is an absolute fucking monster. So yeah, I really have to give it up to the kid.
That
man.
might
He's
be
the
match
best
of the
there is.
night. First match might be the one of the night. Who knows?
Yeah, honestly, man, he's a hell of a puller. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to add anything else, Dan. But in general, yeah,
I'm
he's
in
an
that, Steve.
What's up, man?
I would go
I
ahead,
said I-
Garrett.
So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. When I started pulling when I was like 4, but it was only like once a year at a county fair. And I did that until I was like 13, and I was losing a lot. So I took a big break until I was about 20. And so I bought a table and wanted to get back into it. And then my dad saw Bill Sinks, who is a really well-known puller in the 198. Saw him on a job site and then asked if he still did the practices and stuff. And he said, yeah, bring your son on down and come practice with us. And that was about 3.5 years ago. And my dad and I have been practicing with him ever since. And we've started hitting a lot of tournaments. Like the last 3 years, I've hit at least 10 tournaments a year, and finally started getting a little better and doing arm wrestling specific lifts. And this past March, I finally made it on the rankings in the top 15 in the US. So
Nice. Nice.
Congrats. Good.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you.
Like I said, man, I wasn't too far off, and the kid's an absolute monster. You know what I mean? So
I got to attest to his tenacity. I faced him a couple of
Go ahead,
times,
how you doing? Good.
and he definitely put me to the ringer. I did not have an easy chance in beating him. When I did beat him, it was definitely something that this
Sorry,
kid
man.
is fierce as they come, and he had gone through the 154 class and pulled up to the 176 class and had a serious battles during that side of the tournament. So he's got endurance and tenacity like I've never seen
Sorry,
before.
That's good.
Right.
'Cause- yeah, no, that's awesome. I hope you're ready, Zach. But you know what? I think this is good for you, Zach, because honestly, you haven't had anybody even close to you. So, I mean, even if he is more than you, it's going to be amazing. So, but I mean, I don't know.
Hey man, I'm always up for a challenge, right?
Yeah,
Can't get better
thank you.
to cool down, right?
No, you got to punch up always. Yeah, and I mean, like you've been killing everybody. So, I mean, this is awesome. I'm really happy.
Yeah, you got your hands full, Zach, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? I looked at a couple of guys you've been pulling, man, and don't get me wrong, they're good. You know what I mean? They're definitely good. I don't think you've ever faced the Garrett Tupper before, though, my man.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fair.
I've
and I-
pulled some guys in my day, but
I know,
Not-
I've seen them, you know, and they're good. Like I said, I don't want to discredit you at all. You know what I mean? Just seeing it from what things that I've seen posted in videos and stuff, you know what I mean? Not too much, you know, but I know I'm sure you have other, you know, matches that you went up against, you know, guys that were, you know, videos and stuff. But in general, with Garrett, this is gonna be one hell of a fucking battle, man. I can just see it's probably it could be maybe match of the night if nobody's ever gave you a fought before. Get ready for Garrett. He's on a different level. Definitely on a different level.
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I'm
think
excited.
I think it's gonna be a good match.
He's definitely the favorite, but I feel like I got a good chance.
What do you got, Lane?
I definitely have to say he's definitely one of my favorites.
Well, at least you brought the heat. That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, man. All the way up. We brought the heat all the way up, man, from 154 all the way up. You know, I really try to put in as much as I could. Dan, you know, you can you know, vouch for this, man. You know how hard I worked on trying to get all these guys and get the best here. All the way, you know, from even Sam Mitchell's an absolute monster. Dan is so underrated, man. Please, you guys, I'm telling you right now, if you're gonna go up against Dan, your fucking hand is gonna hurt so bad the next day. I feel bad for you. But either way, 187 with Aiden. I know he just got his match switched up and changed up, but Aiden's a hell of a left-handed puller. He's actually have a super match that I just put together with him and Michael Hawk. They wanted to go at it, so they reached out to me to see if they wanted to do it on the Arnold Classic Qualifier, which that's going to be great too. Aiden's one hell of a left-handed puller. He's getting back to a right hand too, but slowly. Matt Fish too is an absolute monster. Got Jason Ciardi at 198. He's a beast, man. He really is. All these guys are honestly ridiculous. Roger Learn, you know.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, he's been on numbers up and stuff.
That's,
you know what I mean?
that's an interesting
Vlad-
match, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vladimir as well. You
Yeah,
know,
what's
he's
that?
an absolute
Vladimir, I
monster.
don't know
Absolute
Vladimir.
monster, you know. Vlad beat or he went up against it was a really good match. Who did he just pull, Dan, recently?
Ryan Bull Bellinger, and he beat him.
Yeah, right, Ryan Bellinger, and he beat him. So Vlad's a monster. Just because you guys might not know Vlad, he's an absolute fucking monster. All these guys were specifically picked, you know, to make sure that they're there for a reason. So they're traveling for a reason. These are all the top guys that we have in the tri-state area, top ranked, I want to say. So yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a fucking show, man. It
What
really
about
is.
this third guy that you got up against, Len? I haven't seen him before. What's he like?
Say again?
The guy
Ben.
that you have against Len now, the newest guy that I've seen on the list.
Oh, Ben Ciapoli.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
So we had to go through a couple different guys, and Ben was I don't want to say last on the list, but between of other guys that we already had before Ben, and they couldn't come. You know, which one of them was Steve Walker.
Yeah,
You know,
that
and
guy, I've seen him pull recently.
yeah, he's an absolute monster.
The
And
monster.
you know, it sucks that he couldn't come. You know, he's actually going to be helping me out of the King of the Tri-State, being the head ref there too. So, but he was we were looking for somebody else, and he came out of the woodworks, and I looked him up, and James Reed helped me find him too as well. And he's gone up against a couple of different bigger guys, bigger names, and a few years ago when he beat him. So I haven't seen him active as much, but in general, from the guys that he's beaten before, when I talk to James Reed, you know, he's an absolute monster. So hopefully he still has what he's been having. I mean, so some of these guys, you know, they don't really pull that much. It's like kind of like Vlad too. Vlad only pulls like 2 to 3 times a year. But when he pulls, you know, he pulls monsters. You know what I mean? Like so, you know, Bellinger's
He trains up for it. He trains up for it big time.
Right. He trains up for is what he does. He says it too. He's like, I train up for 3 months or so, 2 to 3 months, and then I go in for a battle. I go train for another 2 to 3 months, and I go for another battle. And I respect that from guys. You know what I mean? Bellinger is no fucking joke, man. He was just on East versus West. You know what I mean? So if you're going up against guys like that and you're beating them, you're doing something right, Bob. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You're doing something right.
That guy's a killer. Yeah, Bellinger won his match too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did a great job, man. Did a
Yeah.
great job. I see these
Yeah.
matches going in fuck,
Yeah.
man. To tell you the truth, honestly, Brian, I wanted you to have our first fucking heavyweight, but they didn't let us.
Yeah. Well, I wanted it kind of, but I mean, I
Remember,
think
I was talking to you about it, and then I
yeah, but
had
I
to reach
think it's
out
because
to him.
it's because they, and I know why, because they had previously promised that to him, that they'd get him a match. So they were just owning up to what they told him before. So I understood, right? And I
Yeah,
got a match. I'm pulling this Saturday. Did you see that?
yeah. I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah,
Congrats,
I'm
man.
a
Good
little
for
worried
you.
about that one because I didn't have no time to prepare. But
I was gonna say, dude, that you're going up against Uncle John, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking he's a beast. Are you pulling him left or right?
No, right. But he says that his right's getting close to his left, so that kind of worries me. Yeah,
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 I would
yeah.
still be worried no matter what. He's
Oh,
still strong as fuck.
buddy, I am. And I took it on a pretty short notice. Like they asked
Brian,
me.
Yeah, I know.
you're
That's what I
gonna
was
kill
gonna
him. Brian, you're gonna kill him.
Oh, we'll see.
say.
It's hard to say, man. I never, you know what? I always wait till the day of, and then all the shit comes into me.
No, you gotta start calling him Uncle Joe here because you're
As long
gonna
as he
kill
starts, he just has to really piss me off, and then I'll
I
do
didn't
it.
Joe
I
Blow
didn't
here.
even know you were on, Dakota. I don't see any names or anything like that, man. What's going on?
Oh, I'm just sitting here listening, enjoying. How you doing, man?
Same old shit, man. What are you fucking cracking wrists back, man? I seen your last couple of videos that you had on there, dude. That's fucking great work, man. Good for you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, just same old.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, we got to get this Canada versus fucking USA thing going on,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Because I want to bring up some serious pullers, which I wasn't able to bring up this time. Which don't get me wrong, these guys are ridiculously good, and we're still going to bring some of the guys that we have in the crew now. But there was a couple of Paul Cruzes and Steve Walkers that I wanted to bring over there, and I'd love to bring them to you guys and have even a ridiculous fucking match.
Well, I might be lucky enough. I think Paul Cruz might be competing in the event I'm in December. I might be pulling in
Is
December.
it the one in San Diego?
No, it's in Toronto. I think it's in Toronto. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's the Mac.
Oh,
Oh
the
yeah,
match tournament.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. In Carnegie, yeah.
Ian
We,
Carnegie.
we
Yeah,
were just talking about that actually.
yeah. He's got a lot of big names coming, man. From what I've seen, it's going to be crazy.
Oh
Crazy.
yeah,
It's a shame that it's in December, man, because that's when I'm going to be down at the what's it called, Larray Jenkins American Bash,
Oh,
Great
nice.
American
Yeah, he does
Bash.
some good events. I like some of his events. Yeah,
yeah. Larray Jenkins is
I like
really
those
good job,
round
man.
robins he does. I think they're fucking fire. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. That's crazy because that's the way you really find out who's the best in that weight is when you do those round robins, right? So
Yes, sir.
I think they're pretty good, and I think actually we
Oh,
should
yeah.
do more of them. Yeah,
Good.
I hope we see more of them, coming up next year. I know, if you win the class, or if you'll be considered for that, or you win a spot in next year's round robin.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think 2025, you're gonna see me more traveling through the states and stuff. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
my
To your question earlier, though, about me doing more super matches, as I said before,
Yeah.
bring them on. I would love to have a match against the Whisperer, but before that, I got to have a redemption against Caleb Armbender from
yeah.
California.
California. Yeah.
Because that dude, I took a loss to him at the Arnold's, and
Yeah, I think you.
I need
Yeah, I think you should beat
I gotta
him.
run that back. I gotta
Yeah,
run that back.
I would too.
I think you'd beat him.
I know. I mean, he's just. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think you have more arm. Yeah.
And now I do much more, much more now. Then was a different story. I was much greener back then.
Mhm.
I was like, what, almost 2 years ago. So, I'm now,
Runs.
I'm a very different puller today than I was then.
Oh yeah, every year. I mean, it's crazy the progress, right? So.
Oh yeah. And I was on my way down too. And wait, I was like at 160 at that time. Like 162, 163, something like that. For the 165 class. And that's how I actually dipped a little further into the 154s, because I just overshot my goal, my weight loss goals there, and then I was like, oh, let me stick it around for a little while. Boy, that was wreaking havoc on me, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not used to being that light. You go from being so heavy and then you go to the maximum extreme too, right? So
Yep. Yeah.
Garrett,
you lose. Yeah, you lose.
Garrett, Zach, what's your guys' walk around weight and how tall are you guys?
Zach, you can go first.
Right now I'm waking up at 151, going to bed like 156, and I'm just shy of 5'9".
I walk around at like 160, like 157 in the morning, and I'm 5'7".
Pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Damn, it's gonna be. I'm excited for this match. Yeah.
I'm
What
excited.
flavor is this?
Yeah, I am very excited.
Yeah, I'm
Dan, we
Uh,
gonna do some after pulling?
Yeah, for now.
Oh, hell yeah. After
Holy-
polling without a doubt. I want to have to pull each and every one of you guys.
Yeah, you gotta save some for me for sure. I'm old, fat, and crippled, but like I'll arm wrestle.
What flavors do you have in the Tyson?
How old are you, Dakota? You're like young, aren't you? Like in your early
He's young,
20s, man?
skinny, and athletic.
He's young.
No, I got a beard. I'm old, you guys.
No.
Oh, come on. If that makes you old, I'm ancient then, huh? Call me
I'm
Father Time.
23. 23.
Oh my God, I could be your father.
I'm the oldest, so let's not talk about age. Jeez. I think I got like 6 years on you, Dan.
Garrett, Zach, how old are you guys?
He said earlier he's 23. Eh?
Yeah, 23. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm 27.
Very push.
yeah. I don't know. I think
Nah.
it's gonna be a really good match. I think it's good for Zach because he deserves somebody that good. And then I think it's good for Jared too because
Garrett.
that is it Garrett? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I always screw up everyone's name, so don't take offense. But I think it's good for him too because I think Zach will. Yeah, he'll at least remember Zach. I'm pretty sure on this match.
65.
Well, yeah, it's hard to tell because we've never pulled like any of the same people. So
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Where-
You don't know. You have no clue.
We get pretty tied
He
up
might
in
just,
Alberta.
you know.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Maybe I'll do that. We don't know. I'm hoping that we're dead even, and it's just a battle of freaking mind.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That would be a cool thing.
Breaks.
But I gotta tell you, bring your A game if you want to go battle of mine with this boy. Make sure you bring that A game. You're gonna need it.
I get to commentate all these matches. How cool is that?
Pretty
That's
Yeah.
gonna be cool, man.
You better do
That's
your
gonna be cool.
research on everyone.
No, I'm going in. I'm raw dogging it, man.
Have a good night. Thank you.
I'm
I
not
just-
even gonna.
Don't-
All you gotta do is tune into the lives that we'll be doing, and you'll get to know us a little bit.
Yeah,
That's true.
for sure. For
No,
sure.
I'm just gonna show up, not even know your guys' names. Just be like, yeah, this guy.
This
You guys
guy.
pulling this guy. This guy wins.
No, it's gonna be awesome.
So, okay, question for each of you. Zach, what is your go-to style?
Good one.
Press.
Press. Okay. What about you, Dakota? What's yours?
I'm a flop wrist presser.
Okay, so we got team press it. What about you?
You know what I
Brian.
like, Dan. You know,
Yeah,
that,
I know.
these are my type
I
of
know.
guys. These are my type of guys.
I know these are your people right now. What about you, Brian?
Oh, me? You know
Yeah.
what? I've been focused. I mean, in tournament style, it's usually high hook or top roll to a press finish. But in super matches, I actually prepare for my opponent and pull whatever lane is best against them. So I'm versatile. I can hook, top roll, high hook, press, side pressure press, everything. So I do everything. I'm a master of none, you know what I mean? But
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
know I do a little bit of everything. So yeah. Whatever it takes to
Thank-
pin that hand is what I do.
So yeah, Steve, we already know you're a presser. You like to press. You're a press-o-matic over there. And what about you, Garrett?
I love that press. I'm all about that press.
Is it a flop wrist press or like a supinated tight press?
No, it's a flop wrist press.
Okay.
It's the only way, Brian. Come on, man. Go
I don't like I personally don't flop. Yeah, but that's because I don't want to train my flexors to go back. I don't want my hand to never break this way. So I don't flop press. It works for some people, good.
right-handed, I usually hook, but I'm pretty versatile, right-handed, left-handed, mostly top roll, but I do have a press lefty too.
Nice.
Have a transition. I think everybody should have a transition. You know, have your go-to, but if the guy stops you, what do you do when that go-to doesn't work? Well, you need to follow it up and press it, right?
See,
Little tip
I
for
love
everybody.
pressers. That's one of the things that I actually love because my top roll just eats them all up.
Well, you know why? Because they're trying to press you off the go, and then you get the height, and now they only got a little bit of pressure in there. That's why they need to try to take you in, pull you down, and then press.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. With so many
Right.
top rolls, that's the only thing. If it's a hooker,
Yeah.
it's a lot easier for me to press if somebody's trying to hook.
Yeah,
But
I
if
think a
somebody,
press beats a hook generically. Like if you're looking like rock paper scissors wise, I think a press is better than a hook.
I
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I
Press-
turn people who don't press into pressers, guys. You gotta watch my last match. Telling you.
I've been up against pressers, man, and you know what? I just shoot for height, and once I get the height and I lock them anywhere near center, they don't have any power on their press. It's just right. But if they shoot in properly and get kind of on my bicep and then press, well, now they got a chance, right?
That's what it is, man. It's really getting that speed to get that shoulder in to be able to get in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're able to do that to get that shoulder in, even if it's a flat wrist, it's still putting that diving in with that shoulder and everything else, and it's still even if
Yeah.
it's
Use
too much
the
weight on their
momentum.
bicep to be able to
Yeah.
hold. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I
Sure.
believe that.
Yeah, that's why I always study. I always say study your opponent, because whatever style he has, you need to not say, well, I'm just an amazing top roller. I mean, maybe you're that good and you can beat every style because your top roll's that good. But I like to look at the opponent and say, listen, this is the lane. I got to train it. I got this much time and I'm going to train this lane and I'm going to hit them with everything I got. And that's what I do. And that's why some matches you'll see me just side pressure smash on the go. Sometimes I go back pressure, high knuckle, get the hand. Sometimes, you know what I mean? I'll just be totally defensive and catch, like just depends on the opponent, right?
Right, right,
It
right.
most
and I
certainly
think
does.
that's why I really
Needs to be
love
versatile.
super matches for that. Yeah, but that's why super matches, I think tournament for your first couple of years, do tournaments. But you know what? Super matches is what defines you as an arm wrestler. I think after you get that base, because super matches lets you really critique your style, really focus in on your opponent, think about how you want to approach it, knowing that your ace move might not be that great against them. Maybe train up those other lanes, right? And if your ace fails, at least you got that, or try it right away and use your ace afterwards. But you know what I mean? Like making a game plan for your opponent, that's important. I think
Absolutely.
a lot of guys will do one move and then I'll say, well, these last 3 matches, he just did one move the whole time. He didn't do anything else. Oh, and look, he didn't have a transition from the top roll. He got to here and then he couldn't stand back up, right? A lot of guys don't have that transition to come back up and make sure they pound it home, right? So
Right.
I'll watch that and then, you know what I mean? I'll base my game plan on that, right? So
Yeah.
Even if
That
you're
is
top wrong, if you're real deep down to finish, sometimes you gotta have a little bit of
you need a
You
little,
hopping.
you either want to bring your elbow forward to create more room, or you want to follow it up and finish it.
Yeah,
No,
try to get up top
You
of
just
it
gotta
to be able
lean
to-
back more.
You well, you can only when you're hanging, then you can't do much more, right?
You guys make this sound so
full
hard.
kings.
It's easy. You just
Yeah,
do this.
it's chess.
You're here,
It's
you can't
chess,
move.
not checkers.
yeah. My
What about
favorite,
you, Dan?
oh, sorry, go ahead.
What's your preferred method?
So I am, textbook top roller. Well, I wouldn't call it textbook in any way. It's not traditional in any way or form. But I got some other tools in my arsenal. I've become a
seen
lot
you
more
hoop.
well-rounded recently. I can play in all different areas of the sandbox, and feel fairly comfortable in each different one. In the very beginning, my first 2 years, I was exclusively a top roller. That's all I did. I only did top roll, strictly back pressure, insane amount of back pressure, and I met my match and people knew how to really hit the side really
shit,
hard.
Dan. Cut
Really
the
hard.
shit, Dan. Dan's fucking hand is too much for anybody between 154 to almost, I'd say, gotta be 187 or so, even 198 guys. Even more, even bigger guys. I've seen him 260 people have problems with him, and you can't get away from his hand. That's that's the problem. Beyond his hand, he has strength that you don't even see as much as other guys you do, like Garrett Tupper. and his hand is fucking stupid. You cannot. He will his containment between his last three fingers, his pinky and his middle finger is unfucking unreal. He contains you so you're not able to turn over on him, or he's too much. His hand containment's too much, is what it is. Plain and simple.
Hand control is where it's at. That's where the matches are won and lost right there.
And what's your elbow to fingertip? Do you know inches offhand?
No, it's pretty short though. I'm
He
pretty
doesn't
short.
have much of a lever. It's not his lever. It's his containment between his hand. So when you're trying to, let's just say, go into a hook with him, he'll still contain you top rolling. He'll still hold you with these three fucking fingers on the back of your hand that you're not able to really turn over. So it's kind of like even when you're trying to drag him, if you're trying to do like a drag hook type or try to put some side pressure, he's still able to hold you and contain you with those fucking fingers.
It's
So
the
it's
down
just
pressure.
yeah, it
I
really
was
what it is.
I
it's
do it
down-
too. I do it too.
It's a
Yeah,
down pressure.
it's my lat.
He
I
holds
use
you
my
like that,
lat
so he's
and-
not
yeah.
able. You're not able to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those last three fingers are that fucking containment, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I see.
I pull-
And I got little hands too. I got little tiny hands. These things are tiny, man.
That's
He's
my
so
strength too,
fucking
Dan.
deceiving.
Yeah.
He's so deceiving. It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
but if you see him go up
You see how
against
big his
guys,
country crush is, right?
Yeah,
Look how
I
little
do.
my hand is. This is a standard country crush.
Oh, I want to get one of the big ones of those, but I don't know where to order. Just from the site, maybe. Is it what's it called? Country Crush, right?
Yeah, I think it's countrycrush.com.
I want that big sucker, like the 3-inch.
Oh my god. That'd be too big for my hand to be wrapping
That's
around.
what I use a 2.5 and a 3 now, and I like it. The multi spinner's 3.5, I think.
Because I
Right.
pull similar. I pull similar to you, Dan. Like in that sense, like I like my top roll, but I feel like my containment's quite good.
Yeah.
I rarely will get my wrist busted back. Like my arm will go first. That's just how I am. But I noticed that I think my longer lever and my bigger hand helps me kind of keep that. So I think it's interesting that with not as long of a lever, probably, or as big of a hand, that you can maintain the same thing. I think it's cool.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
all, you know,
I-
You train it though. Why
I
couldn't
think
you?
his long. I've seen in your last match, Dakota, which wasn't really a match. It was more like a fucking domination. But
slaughtering,
Um,
you mean? It was more like a slaughtering?
yeah, I felt bad for the kid because Dakota was just looking at him.
Everyone told me that I had no chance. That's why I went out there the way I did, because when I had
I'm not gonna
pulled-
lie, it was an embarrassing. It was probably one of his most embarrassing moments. I'd have to say for that guy because it was just
Yeah.
total
I-
domination. Dude.
I pulled people that train with him, and when I was practice pulling them, they told me like, "Good luck, train hard." And this was like a month out. They're like, "Yeah, he's quite a bit stronger than you. He's like, be careful." And so like I was grinding, and then I like I busted his hand back, I was like, "Oh, it's not."
Could have
It's
made
not
you a lot
worth-
stronger though. You know what? It's always best to think your opponent's a
Oh
killer.
no, it was good, and like
That's a good thing.
Dalton's an awesome guy and everything,
Yeah.
but like I went in there thinking he was gonna be like,
Super strong.
yeah,
Yeah.
But,
man,
I think because they had it on the stats that I had a 20-inch elbow to fingertip, and they said that he had the same length, and I know
Yeah,
that's a
right.
lie. I don't know if his elbow to fingertip is that long.
Yeah,
But
right. No way.
I know,
Your lever was so much longer than his.
my elbow to fingertips closer to 21 inches.
It's longer than mine. Yeah, mine's 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, while we're at subject, Garrett, what's your elbow to fingertip? Do you know?
I've never measured it, but I don't have super long arms. Smaller guy.
Yeah. Mine's 18.75, so 18.75. Not like
No,
super.
That's
but-
the one nice thing about
You're gonna have a problem with Garrett's fucking bicep. That's what you're gonna have a problem with, bro.
Yeah.
Garrett's got ridiculously strong fucking arms, bro. He's gonna be able to that hook he's got good containment too as well, and fucking but the strength on Garrett is absolutely fucking ridiculous. For his weight
You know
class,
what?
it's just
Zach's gonna be
unidentified.
deceiving, Steve, though, for you. You know what? Zach looks small and skinny and shit,
Oh,
But
dude, no, I'm not
I
shooting
see
him down at
pull-
all. Don't
I
get me
see
wrong.
him. I see him pulling like 240 pound guys, and like, you know.
Is there money on that one? Is there money on all the matches? How
There's
does that
money
work?
on
Yes,
every
sir.
single match. The $500 match, every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
match.
Mm.
That'd be sick.
Well, I know who's buying supper if he wins, Garrett or Zach.
Yeah. My fingertip to elbow is about 17 and a half, 17.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a tape measure right now, guys.
Everyone's curious, eh? I
Yeah.
actually have a very
Yeah.
for my height and my weight class, my arm's short. Yeah, I'm considered to have a short arm in my weight class. So
I'm above average, but not super long.
yeah.
I think the average is like 8.25.
I
Mine's
think
like
that's-
15. I'm under average, 15.
I think that's why I was like I always had a problem when I first started.
We won't talk bicep size. I don't want to get too embarrassed here.
I look small. You know what's funny is that because I look really small in the podcast, but when I showed up to Montana, they were like, "What the fuck? You just look like a little. You just look like a little guy on the podcast," and then and then they see me in real life.
Dude,
It's
when I was in
surprising the size.
when I was in
I was way
Orlando,
bigger.
when I was in Orlando and when I just after pulled James English, some like kid came up to me. He's like, I've seen you on the podcast and I thought you were way smaller. And I was like, oh, yeah.
You know Kevin Roy? He was like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Yeah, I thought you were small." He's like, "In your hand." They kept talking about my drumstick of a thumb, right?
You know what though? Our club's quite tall too in general, I
Yeah,
would
we
say.
are.
'Cause what are you, Brian? 6'3"?
Like I was 6'4" when I was 20, but I think I'm
Yeah,
6'3"
so you're like
now.
because you got like probably an inch or two on me, and I'm like 6'2"-ish. So
I'm not small by no means, and I'm 300 plus now. So yeah,
dude,
Yeah,
I'm
we get
getting
it.
fat.
You're so gifted with your height.
yeah, maybe. What were you gonna say, Garrett? Sorry, buddy.
I said I have the opposite effect of you. I look bigger on camera, but when you see me in person, little
You
guy.
look smaller. Yeah. You look good on camera, buddy. Good.
Yeah, Garrett looks big on camera. He looks like a gigantic dude, but he's like
Yeah.
fucking. What are you like 5'6"
5'7", he
Garrett?
said.
5'7".
5'8", 5'7". My bad, 5'7.5". You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just really looking forward to meeting you guys, man. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's about
I
time.
just can't wait to poll each and every one of you guys after in the after poll.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'm not even competing this time, so I'll pull everyone.
And I can tell you right now, Steve will test this. I'm that type of guy. I will poll until literally the cows come home, type of
Yeah.
deal. Like I
Zach's like
nonstop.
that.
Dan is deceiving, dude. Dan is so full of shit of himself. He'll literally be like, "Yeah, I'm not the big of a guy." Yeah.
Oh, you're losing you.
I got the point though. I got the point.
I got the point.
Let's
He
just
set
all
it up.
start Let's just all start laughing.
also
and
went-
nodding, yeah.
Seem like one of
Yeah.
the strong guys I've ever seen. And it's so underrated.
I want to screenshot the picture.
So underrated.
Yeah, screenshot that picture. That picture is classic right now, Steve.
yeah.
We should all do the Steve face. That is an awesome face that is frozen on. Oh my God, Steve.
Poor guy.
That's
Poor
Steve,
guy.
man.
Oh,
He's back.
there-
Back. Yeah,
he's
you
back.
froze there for a minute, Steve. It was funny.
Pretty. Best freeze face ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys, I
that's
hate
funny.
to be that guy, but it is 7:00.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna start making my trek. I gotta
Yeah,
wait.
I gotta take off myself, gentlemen. It's been a
that's-
pleasure and an honor. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
brother.
Thanks for
For
coming on,
sure.
everyone.
Yeah, man.
Catch you
And
guys later.
yeah, take care, Dan. Take
Yeah,
care.
I'll see you guys next time.
Okay,
Enjoy
man.
your chat.
See you, man.
Peace, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me
I
on,
was
guys.
I was gonna say we're gonna we'll do more of them too, right? Keep getting different pullers from both sides on and maybe talk some shit or something. You know, you're a
Yeah.
pretty nice guy, Garrett. So
Yeah, I'm not much of a shit talker. Everybody always
No.
like, "Come on, talk some shit." I'm like,
yeah, I know.
Hey, man,
I can't
you can
either.
talk shit. It'd be cool.
Yeah. The only time I talk shit is if my opponent's talking shit, right? Because then you're not the guy, right? So it's good. That's a good rule. Yeah. So
yeah, what I've found is I don't know about all the other weight classes, but like 154, most guys are like pretty nice and like nice community and everything. But
Yeah. I love the community, buddy. Like, if you arm wrestle, I don't care where you're from, you're my brother. So
yeah, I'm super glad I found arm wrestling. I did play softball a little bit when I graduated, and then I snapped my leg playing that. So
oh,
Ooh,
switched to arm wrestling.
sliding. What'd you do?
No, I was running back for a fly ball, and there was no fence at the field.
You tripped
And
up.
oh,
I ran into the hill, and my leg hyperextended backwards, and I broke my tibia and tore everything in my knee and disc
Oh,
my knee, and so I was
damn.
out of work for like 8 months, 4 surgeries, physical therapy for over a year. So that
yeah,
fucked
yeah.
my leg up pretty bad.
But arm wrestling,
Yeah,
good filler, right? I mean, I think everyone's got a story on how arm wrestling changed their life, right? So
Yeah, exactly. It's
pretty
been
cool.
super fun.
Yeah, I played fastball when I was young, softball. I loved it. I played 7 years. Yeah. But
Yeah.
it was hard. We didn't have the money. I was pretty good. But couldn't afford to play like AAA or anything. So kind
I
of
think it's
sucked.
expensive.
It was in the city I was living in. It was stupid, and we were like eating craft dinner and shit when I was young. So it was tough.
But yeah, Garrett, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I might come on again if you guys do it, or
oh,
if
yeah.
not,
Yeah,
do it. Anna.
You're welcome on anytime, man. And yeah, we'll probably do another one where we get a bunch of you guys on, and then after that after the matches are done, we'll have you on again and we'll talk about the
Talk about
match.
the match, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So, but okay, brother. You have a good night too.
You
Thanks
guys.
for coming on. Thanks for joining.
Yep. See ya.
Yeah, peace. I guess this is it, everyone. We'll post next time we go on, Zach?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
for watching everybody. I didn't have the chat with me or anything, but
Oh yeah, I was
chat
watching.
and chat there.
Oh, it says he now Dan says, goes, just want to say, Kevin Playboy Roy, you're in serious trouble. I did message Kevin and offered to have him on tonight. So, but I think
We'll try again. We'll
he's a
do another
trucker,
one.
though.
I had a fun
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, we'll do another one, man. We'll, you know what? As soon as we get a few guys of the competitors lined up, we'll just do another one. We'll hop on. If we get time before the weekend, maybe we can do another one this week. So we'll see.
Totally,
Are you working
totally.
every day, or you got any nights off?
I got tomorrow off.
No, okay. Well, maybe we'll hop on tomorrow night. Fuck it.
Maybe so.
Okay. Well, anyway, peace out and see you all soon. Like and subscribe too if you haven't, please.
Don't forget to
Peace.
like it. And
Like
if you
it.
didn't like it, just like it. That's cool too.